Hello, hello. Welcome to Friday Night Live on a Saturday night. I'm coming to you from my office, craft, playroom, whatever you like to call it. This is definitely my creating space, both spiritually and physically. Haven't really played much with my craft stuff recently, but I do enjoy it. Here in Perth, Western Australia, the weather was much kinder today. I appreciated the universe's gifts of a little bit of coolness. It rained for about 35 seconds last night, so that was well received. So it just makes life much more comfortable than the whole 40-degree heat. That, no doubt, is coming with a vengeance in all kinds of ways. So welcome to this later time of the evening. So we'll probably get a few time zones in. I'm awfully interested in finding out where in the world people might be from, so if you'd like to comment on where you happen to live, I would be really interested to know that. I, of course, am in Perth, Western Australia, so it's a gorgeous place to live, and it's very much a small country town. There's not very many people live here, only a couple of million. So on universal standards, it's just a small town. So I just want to kick off with my normal hello and please. Let's be aware that I definitely seem to attract scamming type people that send unsolicited messages all throughout the chat. And they really do like to ask for banking information. They like to offer you readings. Well, I assure you, I probably had 100 messages in the last week with very kind people saying, my God, is this you? Is this really, what you're doing? And I'm like, no, it's not me. It's a scamming type person. So yeah, please do not follow any links. Please do not give out your credit card details. Any correspondence from me will be from this official page, the Southern Cross Stones Oracle. And I don't have any apostrophes. I don't have any hyphens in the name. And even though the other people steal my photos and pretend to look like me, which is crazy because why would they want to? This is the only way that you'll get the real me. So I've been truly blessed. I've had a very busy day. I got to meet some very nice people and go to a lady's house and have a play with some crystals and do some readings and generally just have a really good time. So I totally enjoyed that. And I'm very, very happy to be here and be able to give you a flick of the cards of my Southern Cross Stones Oracle deck, which are the cards that I developed and co-birthed with a mentor friend of mine. So they are proving to be quite nice things to play with. So thank you very much for being here on a Saturday night. I really do have a song in my mind that is singing Saturday night. But yeah, I really cannot sing, so I better not share it with you because you'll all run away. So the lovely Miss M is with me this evening. She's been out busy doing all kinds of Christmas type things. So I appreciate the fact that she's making time for me this late in the evening. So I'm very happy to be here, and I'm giving the cards a shuffle as I am speaking to you so that I can see who is here and who would like to have some insight from the cards. So, the lovely Miss M, who's our first cab off the rank tonight?
First we have Chris.
Okay, gosh, that's one of my favourite names. My mum was named Chris. Well, actually, her real name was Christian. They used to call her Chrissy and all kinds of other things. But yes, Chris was something that she responded well to. So let's have a look for you first, my dear. Okay, there's a lot of cards that want to jump out of the deck. That means, to me, Chris, that life is very busy for you at the moment, and that you have to make decisions as to what is most important. Okay, so the card that you have drawn is my card of magic. It's the card of possibilities. It's the card of love and attention. And what this tells me, Chris, is that you are reconnecting with a lot of things that bring you joy. I don't feel as though this is just specifically about family. This is about what brings Chris joy, okay? So this card has the sense of enthusiasm and the sense of spiritual communications around it too. So don't be at all surprised, Chris, if you just find yourself getting spirit messages coming through fairly often over the next few days, and that this week would be very busy in spiritual communication. What my psychic is telling me is that you like to put a block on your psychic messages, and that's perfectly all right. You can decide when you want to be open and receiving messages, but what the cards are saying is there's plenty of messages around you at the moment, and that the spirit connections and guides that you have are very patient. They're willing to wait until you're ready to speak to them. So at any time that you want to receive these messages, just open your channel and they will speak to you. But there is one gentleman that I feel is coming through. I'm not sure if he is yours or someone within your family circle. This could be a friendship circle, but it's your family. It's people that are really important. I'm getting him as passed over quite some time ago, more than 10 years, and that he's giving me the name Jim. He wants you to know that he's with you in regard to transport. It's almost like he's your safety system in regard to traveling, because he's telling me that you're not comfortable traveling long distance in roads that you don't know, and that he's there to protect you and there to guide you. So he's a lovely energy to have around you, Chris. So hopefully that can give you some insight and some support, okay? I'll give the cards another wee shuffle. My hands have shuffled a few cards in their time. I must admit that it's something that I can do in my sleep. I'm not one of these people that can do that whole card thing where you flip them and put them in together, but I am pretty good at just normal, random, basic kind of shuffling, okay? So, Miss M, who's next on our list for our lovely cards to offer some insight?
Next we have Sally.
Okay, such a good name. Okay, so Sally, what do you have? You have the card of beginnings. You have the card that tells me something around you is changing, and it's really important. And it's really big, okay? I'm getting the sense of quite completeness, like this is a full circle for you. And Sally, this is about feeling secure in your emotions, feeling secure in your spirit, as well as moving forward physically, okay? This feels like you've waited quite some time to be able to feel this secure. there is the sense of new ideas, the sense of, you know what, I'm not really bloody that comfortable with this. Maybe it's not going to work out for me. But what these cards are saying is, yes, most definitely, Sally, is that this is going to work out for you. There is a sense of awareness and adventure that you're unwrapping. And it's a lovely kind of feeling. So, you know, step forward with confidence and allow spirit to guide you, okay? I really feel that over the last few months especially, Sally, you might have felt a bit unsupported, a bit alone, and that this has not been a comfortable feeling for you. And what that card was saying was things are changing in that regard. You have a good circle of support that is closing, you know, that's making themselves more known in your day-to-day life, okay? So it's really important that you are able to feel that confidence, Sally, okay? So I hope that that's answered a question for you, my dear, and maybe just given you an extra boost of confidence that's coming your way from Spirit, okay? These cards, the Southern Cross Stones Oracle, most definitely are a deeply reflective tool designed to help every person speak to their intuition on different levels. We all have different skills in regard to intuitive. I am blessed in that mine are well oiled. I use mine daily, hourly, often, you know, and so the cards do speak to me very clearly. I have people that have a set of the cards that are just finding their feet with them and just learning how to let the cards be a guide for them. So let's have an ask of who is our next person on our asking list. Who will it be?
Next we have Aura.
Aura. Fantastic. Let's have a look.
She has questions, Susan.
What question does she have for me?
She wants to know if there's any good news for this month.
Okay. Let's have a look. What the card that is for you, Aura. Okay. Will you have any good news this month? This card is saying most definitely yes. It's a sense of family. It's a sense of importance. It's a very emotional card, and it's a very much a card that is saying, yeah, I'm going to give you what you want. The news that you're seeking will be there. I'm sensing that it is not until late in the month, maybe even on the last day, but this card is very clear. Quick, concise answer to your question. Yes, you will get good news this month, and my psychic impression is that it's either on the last day or the very next last day, because it's a sense of, oh, it's not going to happen. Oh, I'm not sure, you know, but yeah, no. This is very clear. You will get the news you desire, and I can hear bells ringing and celebration, and it's like, yep, you will get the news that you want, okay? So, Aura, you enjoy that. And please pop in after you get the news and let us know how it went and how accurate the cards were for you, okay? So, always interested in honest feedback, and feedback that tells us how the cards worked for you, okay? So I've had a very interesting week this week. Hopefully you guys have had lots of adventure in your week as well. But now I feel like there's a few people in the room. I just want to confirm again that I do have some scammers that like to pretend that they are me. They like to send messages. They like to ask for banking information. They like to ask you to sign up for free readings. And I just want to assure you that none of that is me. I won't ask you to sign up for free readings. I'll be right here live asking you if you want a free reading. I'll be doing that, well, not to your face, but certainly you'll be able to hear my voice. You'll be able to feel the energy and to watch me work, okay? I will never send you a message saying, sign here, sign up, pay your credit card deed. It's just not me. So know that any message that you get in that regard is not me. I'm really happy if you make me aware of people sending you messages. I've had quite a few people over the last week that have said, wow, this is happening. So, yeah, please know that it is not me that does these things. So the lovely Miss M, who is next on our list of let's see what the cards offer you.
Next, we have Candace.
Candace.
She's asking if do you still see me getting them back in February?
Okay, let's ask the cards. The cards actually love a direct question like that, Candace, because they can work straight to the core of the question. And so if you wanted a one-word answer, it's yes. Okay, what this card is the card of movement, the card of travel. And what this tells me is that you may have to do some short-term traveling. I'm not sure that it's in a car. I actually feel that it might be a train. It's as though I don't know whether you're getting a train ride to bring them back home or what, but I'm getting a sense of a vehicle that is bigger than a car and that one that moves fairly fast. I'm getting a sensation of movement and motion, and the cards are most definitely saying that you are on track. This is happening for you. You can start to begin to feel a bit confident and move forward in planning the different things that you want to happen around the February time when that is changing for you, okay? So hang in there. February will happen really quickly and you'll be able to, okay, yep, I can move forward. I can see that happening now. Whereas at the moment you're probably going, oh, I'm not sure, it's a long way away. But the cards are saying to you, just hang in there. It's a definite yes. Okay, so let's give these cards a really good shuffle. I know that it's been quite a difficult week for some people, and there's been quite a few people that have sent me healing requests. So I just want to confirm that if there's anybody that's in the room that would like to be added to the healing list, please, all you need to do is ask. Some people don't like to ask. I've got a sister who's really quite poorly. She's been quite poorly for quite some time, and she had, you know, what she deems a small moment, what someone else might deem a big moment, and she doesn't, you know, ask for help. But I did, when I spoke to her earlier, I said, would you like to be added to the healing list? And she did say yes. So anybody else that would like to nominate themselves or somebody close to them, please don't nominate someone that you don't have permission to. But yeah, please, all you need to say is, can you add me to the healing list? And I will certainly do that. I work with a great big group of powerhouse healers, so I really enjoy being able to do remote healing that way. So Miss M, who is our next person that is asking for a card?
Next, we have Jennifer.
Jennifer. Let's have a look, Jennifer. You can't see it, but I am shuffling the cards really quite strongly. And so many are just wanting to pop out, Jennifer. And what that tells me is that there is a few decisions for you to make, and there's a few, a bit of indecision in like, oh my God, what if it's the wrong choice? What if it's like, oh, what if, So Jennifer, there's a sense of insecurity around you spiritually at the moment, and the card that you have drawn is my card of comfort. It's like, I feel like, if something was broken, it's now being stitched. It's the card of rejuvenation. You have a sense of healing around you, and I believe that this has been a long time in coming, but now it feels really powerful, and that this healing it's internal as well as external. You've got people around you that are helping in the healing arts, but it is internally that your healing boost is coming from. I don't know whether you generally suffer from headaches or whether you're just getting one or two over the last few weeks, but the cards are saying that the headache, the big headaches that you have are easing, and that you will be able to move past them, and they will be a thing of your past, okay? The sense of, I don't want to say what's on my mind, this is what I'm thinking for you, Jennifer, is something that you need to work out yourself. You need to be able to say, well, let's have a look and let's see how I can work with spirit. Because Jennifer, I'm getting the sense that you spiritually can choke on your words. It's like, oh shit, I wish I could say that. You know what? You can say that. You can draw your own opinions out into the universe. People don't have to agree with you. They don't have to, fluff you up and say, oh, that's really wonderful. They can absolutely say, what a crock of shit, I don't believe that. But what they're saying, Jennifer, is that your opinions are yours and they are very worthy of being shared, okay? So you be kind to yourself and let your voice be heard, okay? So take care and allow your words to come, Jennifer. I'm going to give the cards a really good shuffle before I ask another question of them. Give them a really good moving around. So I'd be really happy if the people in the room would like to hit the share button. You can share it in as many places as you like. This helps me get out in the world to your friends and to your connections. And that's not to say that, I'm being forced upon them, but it just gives them the opportunity of following my page so that they can be notified when I go live. I'm working towards a regular schedule of going live, but at the moment we're testing times and dates and moving things around a little bit, so it's a matter of watching the page, and when you see the announcement of when I'll be live, being able to jump on. So if you'd hit that share button for me and let me know if you do hit it, because I want to be able to say thank you. I want to be able to say, wow, okay, thank you. That has been something that you can do for me. Okay, the lovely Miss M, who is our next question?
Next, we have Ellie.
Ellie. And is there a particular area that Ellie would like to look into?
No, just a general.
Okay. Oh, I love that whole randomness. Let the cards decide. Okay. So, Ellie, I get the sense that you are a spirit worker. I get the sense that your intuition is strong and very well guided. And that, Ellie, I also get the sense that you're having a break from light work at the moment. And by light work, I mean working with healing, working with people. And that this is needed to rejuvenate your own spirit, because you're working with people that they can be not draining, that's not the right word. Spirit's saying to me that they can be very tight, okay? So what they're telling me, Ellie, is that this break is well needed, and that you will do well to work with the break, you know, the energy break. So for you, you have got the card of encouragement, of being able to acknowledge that, you know what, that this year has been really hard for you, Ellie, and this year has been a lot of times you've had to, I've got to stay on track, I've got to be committed, you know, this is taking a little bit more effort than I would like to. But this card also gives you the sense of a bonus. There's a, oh wow, that was, yeah, I earned that. I put in the hard yards and I put in the legwork, and that bonus is all mine. I do not feel that this is a financial bonus or a physical bonus. I'm getting the essence that this is a spiritual bonus. This is something, Ellie, that Spirit is paying you for. Clear messages and, you know, just that extra bit of oomph that is saying, wow, yeah, I've got it. I'm okay. I've received the message. I very strongly feel, Ellie, that right at this moment, like today, Saturday, you're tired and you're very much in need of that spiritual rest. That could change. That could change really quite quickly. I believe that what Spirit is telling me is you quite often work in 3-day cycles. So when you have a day off, if it's less than 3 days, then you don't quite rejuvenate. It's like when my energy is low, I need 3 days to get back and to have really high vibrational energy, because there's a lot of words around you that you obviously talk a fair bit, and other people listen. So take care of yourself, Ellie, and let the messages come after your break, okay? So hopefully that's answered your questions. Giving you something else to ponder about, maybe a different way to look at the energy that's around you. Okay? Thank you very much for popping in, Ellie. I really appreciate it. And if you've hit the share button as well, wow, that's wonderful. I really would appreciate that. So I'll give the cards another little shuffle. Actually, I think I'll just have a drink of my favorite drink. Let's see what the cards offer. Who's the next person on our list, Miss M?
Next we have Kevin.
Kevin, let's have a look for you, Kevin. Oh, whoa. This card jumped out. I don't feel as though it's the answer to your question, but it might be like a governing force around you at the moment. This is the card of needing more information, okay? This is the card that tells me, Kevin, you can't make a choice, and that this choice can't be made because you simply are not well informed, okay? This card is about, asking really open, direct questions that get very clear answers. I do believe around you, Kevin, you have people that go round the bush in their answers. They don't say a straight yes, they don't say a straight no. And what this card is saying is that you need to pin them down to get the answers that you require, okay? So the card that I want to draw for you is a foundation card, Kevin. And what this means is that you are changing your foundations, okay? I feel that you are a very earthy person. You're very grounded, and it is very important to you that you have a very firm spiritual footing, you know, and that this sense of foundation and this sense of oh, I'm doing the right work is there for you. So, Kevin, if you're in a job that you've been in for quite some time, what this card can mean is that you will change jobs. You might not change your workplace, but the actual job description and what you do with your day will change. For some reason in your workplace, I'm getting a bell. I don't know whether it's a telephone that constantly rings or whether somebody actually rings a bell in your workplace. So hopefully that's something that, you can answer. And Kevin, I hope that Spirit has given you some guidance in that, the changes that you are making, you are certainly on the right path. And I see that the changes within your work environment over the next couple of months as being a really positive tool for you. I don't think it's about finances. I don't think it's about a pay rate or a pay increase. I think it's that over the last few months, you just haven't liked what you've been doing. And that sense of vitality hasn't been there for you. So the cards are saying that this will change and your commitment will change. So to me, I would consider that to be a very positive outcome. So thanks very much, Kevin. And please feel free to give some feedback. Feedback that is open and honest is always well received. I believe that I can grow on my own spiritual journey and try to be as good a version of myself, and feedback helps me because I can be at my worst. I'm very set in my ways and I like things okay. So the good thing about meeting lots of people over the live like this is that you can give me feedback and you can tell me, hey, might be a different way to do that. So please feel free, Kevin, to give us feedback. Okay, so I'm going to give the cards a shuffle. They actually want to fall apart, so I think I might split them, put them into a different way, and then give them a shuffle. Okay, Miss M, who is our next person on the I've Got a Question?
Next, we have Leonard.
Leonard. Yes. Hello, Leonard. Whereabouts in the world are you? I really am very interested tonight in finding out where people are from. It just helps me with my wanderlust. I love to travel. I love to be able to think, oh, that's how life is over there, and this is, how different. And lots of people do think, oh, you live in the best place in the world, and like Perth is absolutely, it's got plenty of sunshine, it's got beaches, it's got all manner of things. And it's a really great place to live. But I like to know about other countries and different places. So Leonard, the card that you have drawn for your reading tonight is the card of shift and energy. So what this tells me is that you don't necessarily feel comfortable with sharing your emotional and spiritual gifts, and this card is offering you a ladder, a different way to do it. They're saying that you have connections, but they're not as accessible as that you would like them to be. It's almost like, but that person lives nowhere near me. We don't talk on the phone enough. We don't connect online. So this card is offering you the chance to make a difference in that connection. It is inviting you to look at a different way of communicating, okay? And that this will be to your benefit, and most definitely to offer you a totally different way of chatting, okay? There is a a sense of urgency that is around this, Leonard. So I believe that what the cards are saying in that regard is that you've had long enough to think about it now. Now is the time to do it. Okay? So, yes, the time to communicate with your loved one who is a distance away is now. The cards are not telling me who this is or how you could best do that, because they're telling me that you have that answer, that you actually know how that is going to work best for you. Okay? So good luck with that, Leonard, and please let us know if that card talks to you, that card speaks to you in a way that you can understand. Okay? So I'm giving the cards a good shuffle again. I had a bit of a surprise this week. I'm not actually somebody that gets many surprises. I'm not saying that I know everything that's going to happen to myself, but I'm not somebody that has like many surprises. And I had like quite a busy out of the house kind of day on Thursday, so a couple of days ago. And I was gone for about 5 or 6 hours. And when I came home, I had this humongous, probably 4.5 ton pile of mulch out of my house. And I looked at it, and one, I was bloody surprised. I'm like, holy shit, where did that come from? Like, oh my God, it's a week before Christmas. How am I going to move that? And I remember thinking, oh, I don't get many surprises, so that's probably my Christmas surprise. I still do not know whether I ordered it months ago or whether somebody has just given me a gift of a really bloody large pile of mulch. I do like gardening, so mulch is not something that is strange in my world. I'm just not physically capable of moving it, so yeah. How about you? Do you have any surprises in your world? Do you like surprises? Do surprises work for you? I'm interested in what other people think about surprises. I'm not that keen myself, but I totally understand that some people are. So, the lovely Miss M, who's going to be our next person on the list?
Next, we have Wichita, who would like a card.
Okay, let's have a look for her. Let's see what the cards are offering. I really appreciate the fact that we have a few people, sometimes quite a few, that pop into the lives often. I really do appreciate their support, and I really do appreciate that they hit that share button and they put me around the world in different areas. So let's have a look for you, my dear. Let's see what this card is offering you. Okay, you have drawn the Truth card, the Integrity card. And what this tells me is that you have paperwork and legal, like you have to respond. You have to be able to put it on writing. I believe that you may have talked about something that's important to you. You may have agreed about something, but this card is telling you that it now needs to go on paper. I'm not getting the sense that this is this year, this month. I'm getting the sense that it is early next year, and I'm certainly not getting the sense that there is any distress about it. It's almost like, yeah, I've got that organized and now I just need to formalize it. I need to get somebody far more official to be able to put it down on paper, because there's a sense of integrity, there's a sense of justice, as well as a legal truth. It's like, yep, now I've got the bit of paper, I've got the proof, I can know that I can move forward with that. The cards are not saying what area that agreement will be in, but I'm getting the sense that it is really important to you, and that this will provide you some joy, okay? So hopefully that card has given you an answer to a question. I certainly get that there are plenty of questions around you at the moment, so hopefully that has able to give you some kind of insight into a way to look at things differently. So who do we have, the lovely Miss M, that is next?
Next, we have Billy, and his son passed in 2018.
Oh, bless.
And he would like to know if you can pick up a reading on him.
So, Billy, it's very, it's never quite direct in this kind of forum for spirit communication. But I'm talking to somebody. I think he's telling me that his name is Stephen. So is that your son, Billy? You can certainly let me know. This person is here very strongly. So I'm not asking him if he's got any messages yet, because I want to determine whether or not he is your message, okay? So please just let me know, Billy, if that is your son, and I will talk to him. It is really random, the spirit people.
It's not Steve.
Yeah. So I won't talk to him. We'll ask Spirit if there is your son who wants to come in and provide you with a message, Billy, and how it works, because I'm in my house and we're connected electronically, is that sometimes Spirit won't come to me. They'll come to you to give the message, because you've opened the door to the communication. So unfortunately, Billy, no, I'm not getting your son tonight, but please, you can certainly pop in another night and I will try and see if he'll want to connect in another way. I pass on my condolences to you. I do know how difficult it is to lose a child and how much that can change the world in which you live in. So Billy, please, pop back and we'll see if I can reconnect and find a message from your child for you. Okay, so take care. And I'm not the kind of person that will manufacture a message or try to give you half a message. If Spirit is not there for me, if Spirit is not clearly talking to me, then yes, I will tell you that. And I will also invite you to pop back and to ask. And if it is the right message from your son, he will identify himself, okay? So I'll just leave that with you, Billy, and ask you to pop in at another time. We're here a couple of times a week doing free readings. I find it very random, the spirit communication that comes through this electronic version of chatting to each other. So yeah, I will try, but he's not there tonight, okay? So who do we have next that's asked a question?
Next we have Candace, and she would like to ask what she can do to help her eldest son.
Okay, Candace, so it would be very helpful to me to have the first name of your eldest son, okay? As I ask the cards what it is with Spirit could find the most dramatic is the word I'm giving, but the most impactful thing that you can help your child with, okay? So there is a sense that Spirit is telling me there is lots of things you could do, but what I'm asking for is the most helpful thing. It's like, okay, just let's, find out what will work best for him.
Her son's name is Maxwell, but they call him Max.
Okay, so what the card that you have drawn for Max is, it's a busy card, okay, Candace? It's not without effort, but what this card is asking you to do is prioritize there. I am getting that Max, he likes order. He likes to be able to put things in boxes that fit in boxes. He doesn't like confusion, okay? And that this confusion is physical confusion. It's like, if it's not tidy, I can't think straight. So what this card is asking you and promoting you to do, Candace, is look into the systems that Max has. Look into, what is that like tidy enough for him? Is that functional enough for him? Can he find what he's looking for? Because what happens spiritually when he can't easily access information is he has this curtain that just blocks down, and it's like, yeah, I know, I'm not interested. Yeah, I've lost the desire to do that, okay? And so with Max's energy, what this is saying is that it's a constant review. It's like, yeah, well, that worked last week, but it doesn't mean that it's going to work this week. And the changing energy, it's almost like an intensely emotional channel. It's like, oh, I'm pushing like this much energy into that much space, okay? And yeah, I'm getting the sense that it's really draining, and I'm getting the sense that, oh, just give me a friggin' break. Just give me like one thing that will work. And so what Spirit is saying is to check your systems, check your organizations, encourage, make sure that he's participating with the new system. Okay, so if you decide to put everything in boxes and label them, allow him to name the labels. Okay, is it, if that doesn't work for him, then what will work for him? It's definitely, the card that you have is definitely a card of organization. It's a card of decisions, and it's a card of constant review. It's like, okay, that worked today, that's really good, I'll give that a 5-star, but how can we tweak it for next week? Because he might be looking at it a different way. And there is a strong sense of tight confusion. It's like Max feels unheard. Max feels like, why am I bothering? There's not anger, but there's a real frustration around his energy. And what I'm getting, Candace, is that you can make a difference, but he needs to make a difference as well. I'm sensing that he's still very young in his mind, and he's very, he hasn't got that adult processing, decision-making thing happening. Well, even lots of adults I know don't. So what Spirit is saying to support Max to get to that place where he can make his own decisions is most definitely, Candace, to be able to take a step back and look at the picture and work in the areas that, oh shit, that's really messy, shit, I'm not sure how that is, and yeah. And so one place at a time, just work on changing one strategy, okay? He's definitely not a kid that likes 25 things happening at once. He's not a child that if you want to work with him and get the best possible outcome, you cannot crowd him. You cannot put him in a crowded, busy, noisy room and hope like hell that you'll get his best behavior. Okay? So hang in there, Candace. You will make a decision. You will make a real difference with your son, Max. Okay? Please pop in. Let us know how it goes. And, always looking for genuine and honest feedback. Okay, I like to confirm a couple of times, so you've probably heard me say this already, but I just want to tell you that me, personally, my name's Susan. I do not send unsolicited messages. I do not send private messages that ask for your bank account information. I do not ever ask you to follow a link. I don't put a link in a Facebook Messenger and say, hey, this is me, sign up for this shit. I do have a number of scammers that like to see if they can annoy people that want to come and watch my lives. And I've done all I can about it and achieved nothing. So that's a lesson for me. The whole not being able to stop something. So, but all I can do is chat to you about it. And chat to you that I am never going to put in the chat here, you know, inbox me now for your accurate reading. That's just not me. That's not something that I will say. And even though I think that somebody's doing it in the room right now. So, you know, it's not happening. I personally, my higher self, would like to send them love and light when they're trying to rip off my life. You know, but part of me's not actually my higher self, and I think, I'd really like to rearrange their energy. I really do think they will rearrange their own energy. But, you know, I like to just confirm to you guys out there in the room that are actually here to have a chat to me and to see what the cards are about. Then, yeah, the sense of confusion that scammers need to spread, that ain't me. It's them, wholeheartedly. So let's move past those poor little people and see who's next in line for some insight from the cards.
So, Anne would like to know if Bob wants to continue their friendship and reconcile.
Okay, I love questions, Anne. Thank you very much for asking it. I really do like looking into other people's love lives. I really do. So let's have a look what's up with Bob. Let's have a look how that affects your energy, okay? So the card that you have drawn is the card of cleansing, okay? It's the card of healing and renewal. And what that actually tells me, Anne, is that Bob is committed. He actually does want to reconnect with the relationship. I do not believe he has all the skills at the moment, but he's working towards it, and he needs some gentle love and some guidance. It's like, yeah, you know what? He's had quite a lot of hard knocks in the past 10 years. He's had quite a lot of misunderstood kind of information. But in answer to your question, Anne, the cards are saying yes, he does want to connect, okay? He does want to be able to reconnect with you, and it's really important. And sorry, Miss M, can you just kill... sorry, he's really annoying me, that person. And the cards are very clear and very supportive in that there is a sense of restoration in your relationship. There is healing that is happening, and that is on both sides, and that you are giving him the space to come back and be committed in the relationship, okay? So please drop in and let us know, Han, how that goes and how your interactions with Robert will, improve, because we'll be very interested to know. You do know that if you delete that Danny Smith, all of his comments will disappear? Yeah, he's not disappearing in my world. I'm getting annoyed at him. I don't wish to be annoyed with you, Danny. I don't really think that it would be kind of me to send you energy that is not constructive. So I will work on my own awareness and say, wow, okay, Danny, whatever's wrong in your world, please, we'll be sending you a whole bunch of angels that'll help you sort it. Okay, I'm giving these wonderful cards, these Southern Cross Stones Oracle cards. Here we are, a look at them. I'm giving them a really good shuffle, and I would like very much to answer someone else's question. Is there someone else in the room, Miss M, that has a question?
Yes. So Ruth would like to know if her partner is the one for her.
Ooh, let's delve into your love life, Ruth. I think psychically, what the energies around me are telling me is that, Ruth, you are holding back from the relationship. You're not 100% in there, and you're not actually sure that you feel brave enough in opening your heart, okay? So it's quite challenging for your loved one because you're not quite there yet yourself. But I'm very happy to ask the cards, Ruth, whether this man is the one, okay? That this person has a sense of, yeah. So interestingly, you've got the card of calm, okay? What this tells me is that for the relationship to blossom, for the relationship to be better, there is a sense of real need for you to be less anxious, less concerned, okay? There is a great deal of healing benefit that can come in silence. It's like, yeah, just because somebody's asking you the question, it does not mean you need to answer it. What this is saying is that you, right now, in your love relationship, because that's what you've asked about, will benefit from some peace and some calm. So, Ruth, what you asked was the big question of, is this man the one? Okay? I'm saying that you cannot make that decision at the moment. The cards cannot give you a yes-no answer because you're holding back. You've got a piece of your heart that you're not willing to share with this person, okay? And so whilst you're holding back, the cards will not give you a yes-no. They're asking you what it is that you are holding in and what it is that you're getting from this resistance that you have to the relationship. They're asking you to be self-reflective and asking you to question your commitment to the relationship. Only you can decide that. Only you can make a choice, Ruth, in openly looking at the relationship, because there is definitely not a clear-cut answer in whether this will be your deeply committed relationship that you're seeking. Sorry that the cards weren't giving you a yes, no, Ruth. Sorry that the cards are asking you to do some work. And I am, I'm supportive of the cards because I feel that you are going to get much more from the relationship when you examine those points, examine yourself and your feelings and your responses, and just say, well, okay, this has got nothing to do with anyone else. This is how I feel. This is how I want to feel, okay? So, Ruth, do a bit of time with yourself, examining and being really honest with yourself about what the relationship brings to you, okay? So good luck, and please pop in and let us know. There's a general misconception that spiritual work is all like easy peasy and oh my God, that was just perfect. From the moment I drew a breath, it was perfect. Well, that's not the norm. It is really sometimes hard work in getting what is coming to you, as in energetically. And that work can sometimes be like, Holy moly's. Oh, I'm not that committed. But, yeah, I think that you are. So, please, pop in. Let us know. I'm just going to have a wee drink. Thank you, Ruth. Okay. Probably got time to squeeze one or two more in. So did we get a few people that wanted to have their name on the healing list, Miss M?
Yep, we've got one.
Lovely, that's great. If there's anybody else in the room that would like to pop themselves or somebody important to them on the healing list, please do that. That's something that I really get a lot of joy from. I really get a lot of oomph from being able to send healing. I think I first learnt what they call distant healing back in 1985. I went to a workshop in Townsville, which is in Queensland, and I met this person that I just thought was, yeah, right, just spoken a language that I could understand, and one of the modules was distant healing. So since then I have made that a daily practice. It's part of my what I call spiritual toolbox. Okay, so the lovely Miss M, who is going to have a flick of the cards next?
Next, Tara would like.
Tara.
Tara.
Oh, sorry, I was giving you a K and not a T. So let's have a look for you, Tara. Let's have a look what the cards are going to float you with. Okay. Ooh, this is actually one of my favorite cards. The Oracle deck, as you may know, unless you've just found me, this is a deck that I created. This is a deck that I've been involved with since its moment of inception. And so people that I've sold the deck to, I'm helping, them with finding out more about the cards. And this is a card that lots of people struggle with. Yeah, it is one of my favorite cards. Tara, this tells me that you have a depth of understanding and a real strong sense of your place in the spirit world. This tells me that you have a spiritual self-respect. You can be blank, you can be almost invisible, but you still do the work. You still do the spiritual work that is your way. And Tara, what I'm getting is that you were thrown a curveball not so long ago, maybe 6-8 weeks ago, and it's like, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure what was happening in that regard, but this card tells me that you have managed to begin to turn that around. I really didn't want that to happen me curveball that you had is now well on the way to being sorted. There's a sense of, I might need a seriously good sleep. There's a sense of, oh shit, that was a bit of friggin' hard work. But what this is telling me, Tara, is that you're on top of it and that you are really very strongly well guided by spirit, and that you have a sense of knowing that comes from within. It's a lovely energy to have. And Tara, what I'm getting that is that you might be new to this sense of knowing, but it is very strong. You have had it for always. And if you're just learning to open that up and talk within that, what these cards are saying is, yeah, you have an ability to communicate that is really quite exceptionally strong. So I hope the card gave you something to think over, and maybe what do they call it? Like chew on the bone. Like, yeah, something that'll prompt you into thinking, and certainly most welcome to explore that in a different way as well. So generally, the lives that I do, which are twice a week, at the moment we haven't got set days, but we're working towards that so that people know. They generally last for around about an hour, and if you follow the page, Southern Cross Stones Oracle, you'll be notified when I'm live, so you'll be able to jump on. There's absolutely no way that I can do a reading for every person that pops into the live, simply because there are times when, you know, there are hundreds of people in the room. So yeah, it's just not possible, but we certainly try to get through as many as I possibly can. And what I mean by as many, it's about the quality too. I don't just go yes, no, that's it. I want to be able to give you the possibility of insight. I want to be able to give you, you know, something to think about. So yeah, we certainly try to do as many readings as possible, but if you're in the room tonight and you haven't come forward or you haven't had a reading, then please, if you follow the page, it will tell you when I'm next live, and if it's a time that's suitable for you, you can pop in and ask what's on your mind. So I'm just going to do one more reading for tonight and have a look into the cards. And who might that be, Miss M?
We have Billy, who would like to know if his son's mother is well and has found her happiness.
The thing about Billy is we've already popped into his energy, haven't we? So let's do somebody we haven't, because I welcome you to come back, Billy. But I really would like to give a reading to someone who hasn't had their question. Even though your question wasn't answered, I have looked into your energy, so I would like to offer somebody else the chance for the last look for tonight. And who might that be?
Okay, we have Angie, who would like to have a reading, please.
Angie? Angie?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, so there's a sense of, I just not sure if I'm getting anything right around you at the moment, Angie.
Yes, she's
So
from India.
So there's a pressure, there's a cramping, there's a you're not making it easy for yourself. You really are. You've got high standards, that's perfectly fine, but you are not helping yourself by setting the bar so that you have a sense of failure around you. So what the cards are offering you is a chance to look at things differently, okay? What they're telling you is that if you readjust your thinking and you change your focus, then there will be a very, very significant reward in that. There is a sense of peace and a sense of, I'm getting there. Oh yeah, I can do this. Whereas at the moment, I'm just overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed by the constant, like, it's like everybody wants a piece of you, and it's like, give me. And right now, I'm just getting a sense of exhaustion and a sense of, I'm just not doing anything right. But what the card is offering you is a sense of renewal, okay? Now, music is a very good tool in helping change energy, okay? So what the cards are offering is a question for you to explore. Can you change the music around you? Can you listen to something a little bit different? Can you open your horizons, okay? Because that readjustment is really very important, and it is really very, very much a key for you to making a difference in your world. And I really do think that there is no, like, you can fix this by tomorrow, but there is most definitely you can make a difference by the end of the week. Each week you can make a difference. The pressure that around you is intense. It's like, oh my Lord, I want to get, you know, I'm bombarded by all of these people that, you know, are in your world, and it's like it's full of noise that's not pleasant. So I really believe that I would like to offer you the chance to think things differently, and to be able to look at, you know what, I'm just having a break in the traffic. I'm just going to listen to something else for now, even if it's only for 2 minutes. It's like, yeah, you know, get one of those like music apps on your phone and just listen to a song you've never listened to before. Listen to something that's outside of your boundaries, because the sense of busyness and desperation and never finding a break in the traffic, Angie, it will stop. Okay, next year this will change for you, but right now you need a break. So you are the one that needs to create it. Okay, the cards are very positive, the cards are very much in your favor, and the cards are very much asking you to do the work, to make the changes. Actually, no, you know, tell people that doesn't work for me. I really want to, you know, like do things differently. Stop being a slave to other people and start being a slave to yourself, Angie, because there's a real sense of, you know, if I don't make a difference, this is it. This is how my life's going to be forever, and there's no enjoyment in that. The cards are really quite clear in that you have support in making your life much happier. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with that, and say thank you very much. There's certainly people in the room that wouldn't have got a reading tonight, and I certainly believe that we've done quite a few readings. So if you follow the page, that is the Southern Cross Stones Oracle page, I will come live again. I come live a couple of times a week, and at the moment we're changing times and dates, so you have to be aware. And if you get the notification, you can pop on, and hopefully we can answer your questions. And I thank you very, very much for being here tonight, and I really appreciate the opportunity to share. Thank you very much.